I started playing the clarinet when I was about 8 years old, and I picked it because I heard it over the radio on a Sunday morning, and I loved its sound. And I didn't know what instrument it was, so my mom took me to a youth orchestra rehearsal, and I heard it again. And at intermission, I ran up to the person who was playing the clarinet and asked him what instrument it was. And he said it was a clarinet, and he played a little bit for me, and it sounded great. I was just in awe. And the oboist was sitting close by, and he turns around and he says, you know, the oboe and the clarinet are very much alike. I think you're confused. I think you like the oboe best. And so they start this duel where they start playing back and forth. And finally, the clarinetist hands me, you know, his instrument and says, "Play." And I don't know what kind of sound I made. I don't know if it was you know, an open G or a squeak or what it was. But he says, "Oh, you must play the clarinet," and that was it. I was in love with it. I wanted to start lessons right away, and I went to the conservatory in my city, and they said that usually they don't start teaching wind instrumentalists until they are 12 years old. And I was so disappointed to hear that. But we talked to the clarinet teacher, and he was fantastic. He was this young, energetic, you know, very passionate about music. And he said, I'll start. I'll give you lessons right now. That youth orchestra was great because it rehearsed in the same place that the professional orchestra rehearsed. And the conductor was the same conductor. And so everyone that played in the orchestra got very, very good experience and insight from the conductor and playing in good venues. It was just a good program. I was working in the Winnipeg Symphony when I found out that the principal position with the Fort Worth Symphony was open. And I loved my job there, but it was simply too cold. And when I heard there was an opening in Texas, I was, you know, of course, elated. I met my husband at a Fort Worth Symphony rehearsal. We were auditioning for the assistant conductor position with the orchestra, and they had narrowed down the pool of applicants to 4 conductors, and they all had FaceTime with the orchestra. And Andres, my husband, got up on the podium, and I thought he did a great job. And he had long curly hair, dark eyes, and an accent, and I thought to myself, he has to be from South America. So I went up to him at intermission, and I congratulated him on a job well done, and he must have been still very focused from his audition, because he barely talked to me. He barely cracked a smile, said thank you, turned around and left. So I went back to my seat thinking, antisocial. And he ended up getting the position, and we were colleagues. We worked together for about a year, and at the end of his tenure as assistant conductor, he asked me to go see an exhibit at the Dallas Museum of Art. And that's where, you know, we realized that we, you know, totally hit it off. We dated for 6 weeks, and he proposed. And 10 days later, we were married in the courthouse in Fort Worth. And it's been almost 4 years now.